modeling community. This is the Lazy-Eyed Modeler back again. This is going to be a video in support of the 57 Ford Del Rio station wagon same kit build that I'm sponsoring here on YouTube. I'm going to just review a little bit, and then I'll show you my thought processes as far as what I want to do with my build, and that'll be our video. First off, like I say, the build is started. We're aiming for November 12th for those who are going to Atlanta, and November 19th weekend for showing the videos of everybody who's participated. And I'll pull a name, random.org type of thing, and I'll send somebody a kit. So this is for fun. It's not being judged or anything like that, and you know, the prize I send will be just at random. I want to thank Lee Fisher, the Styrene Marine. He's got two 57 Ford wagon builds going on. One is, last I saw, is getting close to complete. Cool two-tone, very cool interior, and we should be seeing that one soon, I would think. And he has another one well on its way, and we'll see that probably a little while after. Otherwise, I haven't seen anybody's videos. I don't know if anybody else has started, and please understand that's not a complaint because I'm not too far along either. The only reason I'm bringing it up is that if you have a start video or you know, some progress video or something out there, I haven't seen it, so please let me know that you have something out there so I can search it out, because I want to keep track of these, and you know, just for the fun of it, especially since this is my wild-eyed idea. So, and the other thing I want to say before I kind of turn the camera around, present my thought processes on my project, is I want to thank my friend Bill Allen. He's a member of TAPS. We were members of Group 25 before that. We've traveled to New Jersey. We've traveled to Detroit and Toledo together. And Bill, through watching my videos here on YouTube, has decided to jump in on the 57 Ford Del Rio wagon same kit build. And Bill, if you do see this, that really means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. So, and that really gets me even more enthused about it and pumped up about it, and I really do appreciate it. So that said, we'll just pause this for a moment, and then I'll set up and so I can show you what I plan on doing with my build. Okay, hang on, and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, here we are back again, discussing the 57 Del Rio Ranch Wagon project. Now, my original idea was that I wanted a pretty plain wagon, and the Del Rio has the side trim here that goes from the front fender all the way down and back up and across here. Unfortunately, the front, from what I can tell, is not showing too well, but if you're working on the project, you know what I mean. So I had ideas of, you know, just sanding the side trim off. The problem being is twofold. As the fancy trim crosses here, there's a body line right underneath it, and I was afraid if I tried to sand that away, I would destroy the body line that's underneath the side trim here. And there we go. I'm screwing up the focus here, I guess. So I was afraid of losing that. And the other thing, if I tried to sand this off, the side trim right up here, that's right over this body molding, and I was afraid of destroying the body molding the shape of the body in this area, you know, just above the wheel well. That's very distinctive. And if you're trying to sand the trim off, I had visions of you know, destroying that. I wish this would focus better, but it seems a problem we all have. And the camera really takes in too much light. But so anyway, I kept wondering what to do about that, and then it occurred to me to look at the other Revell 57 Ford, the sedans. And so I grabbed one of the kits off the shelf, which just happens to be the custom police car Model King release. The only reason I took this one is because it was the most convenient on the shelf. I have the racing version and the regular stock version as well. Now, hopefully, I can't turn much more in the way of lights off here. Maybe that might help a bit. But this body has the trim just back here and going back straight like this. And so that leaves this body molding here. There, you can pretty much see it. This body molding here without trim on it, so I wouldn't have to sand the trim or bugger that up. And this body character line here on the Del Rio body, that crosses, the trim crosses right about there. And that would have been really hard to preserve this line. So my plan is to basically cut the bodies up, put the wagon parts onto this sedan body with the planar trim on it. And if you go to 57ford.com, yeah, 1957ford.com, you'll see that the base model wagons are basically, that's what they are, is a wagon body with this type of trim, or lack thereof, and just this little bit of trim that comes along the back tail light hump and up, and just kind of comes back over the fin a little bit. So I've been waiting since I came up with that idea. I was waiting for the TAPS, the Toronto Area Plastic Modelers meeting this past Saturday, to talk to a young fellow in our group, Ryan Williamson. He does excellent custom work and whatnot. He has a great eye for this type of stuff, and I was asking him what he thought would be the best way of doing the conversion, and he basically came up with the same thing as I did. Starting at the back, you probably come up. There's this seam here just under the taillights, about the midpoint of the taillights, and I know it's not going to focus, but come up the middle of the taillight and then cut the front fender just say a millimeter or two ahead of the cowl area, and then run a strip of tape across to use as a guideline. Because the other problem here is that the wagon, like, there's more tail light pods showing on the wagon here than there is on the sedan. So you have to make sure that you get that as well as the rest of it. So that's why we're thinking of coming up the tail light, taking part of the tail light and the fin all the way along, and it's going to take some measuring and whatnot. Do I sound lost? Yes, I do, and there's a reason. It's hard to explain. I know what I have in mind, and young Ryan basically said the same thing, and but it's hard for me to explain here. I hope you get the idea, but it'll just be, you know, just a chunk out at the front here, maybe where this this support for the hood is. You can see that maybe from here, and then go back from there. It's going to take some time. When I have time to do it slowly, I'll have to be patient, use some thin tape to mark out where I want to cut and whatnot. And but in the end, I hope to end up with a wagon with a nice plain trim like that. Because basically I want to put some graphics on it, and it would be really hard to do with the fancier Del Rio trim. There you go. Maybe I should have done that right from the beginning. But yeah, you can see how this body is much plainer than this, and this would be extremely difficult to get rid of, this trim here all the way here without buggering up this body line, which should come back to about here, and without buggering up the these side parts here. So anyway, that's the plan. I don't know how it's going to work. If I really mess it up, I have the Morgan Automotive Detailing resin four-door body that, if worse comes to worse, I can do a model with that instead. Okay, that's what I'm doing, and this is already over 8 minutes. I think you get the idea. I want to thank everybody who's jumped in on this. There's quite a number of you. I hope to see a whole bunch of them at the end of the whole thing. Again, I want to thank my friend Bill for jumping on this as well. And when he's done and we're at the end, he's going to send me some pictures so I can share it with the rest of you as well. And okay, I think that's enough for this update. Everybody take care. Hope you're having a good summer. And we'll see you soon. Bye now.